What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another exciting episode of Fornever News! In today's episode, we got some stories to talk about for sure. For starters, we got an update, and a few updates for that matter, on Demon Slayer, the never-ending train of success, in particular with the film Demon Slayer Mugen Train. We got some updates on the box office success, how's it doing on that front. We got a new promo poster and a new kind of spoilery trailer for the upcoming film. Well, it's upcoming, but it's already been released in Japan. You guys know what I'm talking about, Demon Slayer Mugen Train, so we will be getting into that one. We also got an update on My Hero Academia, some success on that front as well. My Hero Academia been tearing it up at the very least on Amazon. We will be getting into that one. We got a couple stories regarding One Piece, one regarding the manga, and one with a very, very random, but I thought it'd be kind of funny to bring to you guys' attention, quote from the creator of One Piece, Eiichiro Oda, so we will be getting into that. We got a few promotional images that were released for the upcoming The Promised Neverland film, live action film that's coming out in December. They're a bit disturbing, in particular Sister Crone and Mama, but we will be taking a look at those. And a couple of updates for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, one regarding Golden Wind, and one regarding potentially Stone Ocean. So yeah, we will be talking about that. Without further ado, people, let's jump into another exciting episode of Fornever News! The only news source that provides anything and everything anime and manga related, and we don't bore you. We get into the shits. Let's do it, people. I say we gonna do what we do, no matter how you move, make your move. That's how it be, though. Okay, people, for starters, let's talk some JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I don't really get to comment that much on the franchise. The latest story we actually had, I want to say, was regarding the lead actor getting arrested for having substances or whatnot in Japan. So yeah, it's nice to actually have a couple of different stories, in particular one regarding Golden Wind. Let's read that. Viz Media confirms it will release JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Golden Wind manga, company to release fifth part of Hirohiko Araki's manga starting in summer 2021. Viz Media confirmed on Twitter on Saturday that it will release JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 5 Golden Wind, the fifth part of Hirohiko Araki's JoJo's Bizarre Adventure manga, digitally and in hardcover print starting in summer of 2021. Viz Media started releasing the manga in 2005 but began re-releasing the series in hardcover in 2015. The company most recently released the sixth volume of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 4, Diamond is Unbreakable, on August 4th, and will release the seventh volume on November 3rd. So if you were into Golden Wind, you're excited about it. They are releasing the manga coming this summer 2021, which is dope. Hopefully conventions are back up and running and everything is, you know, back on course, but only time will tell, right? But either way, because it'll be nice, because usually what they do with big announcements is they wait for like Anime Expo or some shit like that. And I'm imagining, because like they announced, I want to say it was Golden Wind actually, and they even gave a trailer premiere at Anime Expo, so we gotta wait and see. But then we got another update. There was a recent interview with the creator of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Araki, and in it gave a little bit of a positive vibe that a lot of people are taking as confirmation for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 6 Stone Ocean getting animated. Here's what was said. They asked him, do you have a message for American fans? And he said, I'd like fans in America to be well and enjoy JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Mind you, this interview took place following the wrapping of production for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Golden Wind. This took place in 2019, if I'm not mistaken. He said, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure will be introducing many new characters in both manga and anime. Please look forward to it. Take care, everyone. Which, if Golden Wind already had wrapped up when this interview came out, what do you mean in anime? Like, what are you talking about that there's going to be new characters coming in anime? Which means more than likely that Stone Ocean might be in production. Probably we haven't heard anything yet because of course, you know, the pandemic and everything. The studios have been slowing down. Why make an announcement in this climate and shit like that? But I'm imagining we'll get Stone Ocean maybe next summer alongside Golden Wind's American manga release. Not that they're purposely waiting for that in particular, but maybe Viz got wind of, hey, you know, Stone Ocean is coming, let's start dropping the manga so we could cross promote or something like that. Either way, Araki kind of gave a little bit of hope right there, because Stone Ocean is the part that I particularly been very excited about. I'm so looking forward to seeing the Jojo, the main character, for that part animated, because yeah, she looks like a freaking badass as hell. I played with her in video games, and hopefully Stone Ocean, fam, and also Golden Wind coming to American manga releases this summer. Next up, a couple of pieces of Promised Neverland. We got Art Book World cover, which looks really freaking sick, of Emma, Ray, and Norman, and then also some promo pictures for the upcoming live action film. We got Sister Crone, and all of this just looks really creepy and sick, like Sister Crone dancing, and it looks like, I don't know if that's a stuffed pig or a real pig behind her. Then you got Mama, she just gives off this ominous vibe. I ain't gonna lie to you, Norman kind of looks a little bit like the eyebrows look fake as hell, to be honest with you. I know that's the most random criticism that I am petty at that, but yeah, Norman's look in this particular image doesn't look the most realistic. Ray looks sick. Emma looks dope. Emma looks a lot darker. She don't look like happy-go-lucky like she does in the manga in this image. And also, of course, they aged them up a little bit. But yeah, I'm still really excited about this film. Like I said in one of the last episodes of Fornever News, like, this looks good. It looks like they're marketing it and producing it like a horror film. And yeah, that's the vibe that I got from Promised Neverland, especially early on anyways. So next up, a couple of pieces of One Piece news. Let's start off with the manga. One Piece will be on break in Weekly Shonen Jump issue number 49. Series will resume back in issue number 50 with chapter 995. Chapter 994 will be published this week in issue number 48 as usual. So this coming Sunday there will still be, or this coming week anyway, there will still be new chapter, you know, like regularly scheduled, but then next week we won't be getting a chapter, which it's a bummer, and I'm wondering because we're cutting it real close. Oda said that he wanted to wrap up 2020 with chapter 1000, and we're cutting it real close, so if there's going to be that break, hopefully that's the last break of 2020 for One Piece, because if not, I don't see how we're going to be able to meet the deadline. If 994, that would mean 995, 96, 7, 8, 9, and then 1000, so that means we would need 6 weeks. Basically, Oda could probably take one more break, because, you know, that's a month and a half of weeks of chapters that we need, so maybe one more break Oda could take, but after that, especially, we don't know how many breaks Jump is going to have. Oda really is pushing it to hit that, you know, chapter 1000, and I'm excited for that either way. Like, I can't freaking wait. We're little by little inching towards it, but yeah, so a break upcoming in next, not this one, but the following issue of Shonen Jump for One Piece. And then Oda put out probably the most random in the world, which they usually put out a lot of these authors random comments in the author comments, but for Oda this was random as hell. I found it to be kind of funny and entertaining. He said, "I want the whole world to hear this. The truth is that there's no better match than a sandwich and potato chips." Okay, Oda. What a fucking comment, bro. Like, I don't know if he's overworked and did not give a shit. Like, clearly he didn't care about what he had to say there. For him to just say, yo, I really love like a sandwich and chips. That is like when you don't give a slither of fuck. Like, they called him like, yo, Oda, you got a comment for this week's issue of Shonen Jump. Come on, man, give us something good. Ah, yes, I like sandwich and chips. Get the fuck off my line now. But yeah, the biggest piece of info on all of that is that One Piece will be on break next week. But yeah, Oda likes chips and sandwich. Why not? So next up, some interesting and really good news for My Hero Academia. And I've been seeing this already for, I don't even know, maybe a week or so, because I believe pre-orders are out for My Hero Academia Heroes Rising. It will be released on October 27th. And on it, when you go to the actual, you know, the page for the movie or whatnot, it has #1 bestseller in kids and family Blu-ray discs. Basically an award there on Amazon that it is #1 in kids and family Blu-ray discs, and it's not even out yet. That's based on pre-orders alone for the My Hero Academia Heroes Rising film. That is, clap it up for My Hero yet again. Like, yo, that is a win and a half. Like, yo, Amazon has a lot of shit. Amazon right now, like, I'm sure you hear it every day of your life with people around you that Amazon is having damn near a takeover right now. So for My Hero Academia to be beating out all the competition like that, #1 bestseller, and it's not even out yet, and it's been with that award on it for quite some time now, like, that's a freaking win. Major congrats to My Hero. Loving what's going on with it right now. Really, really bummed that there's no chapter this week that just passed. But But yeah, that's a whole different story. Either way, My Hero Academia, shouts out to you, Horikoshi, whatever you got cooking. I want a plate. That was so corny, but yeah, let's continue. And lastly, the main story that I think everybody's going to be excited to hear about, Demon Slayer. There's 3 pieces of news here. For starters, we have a new promotional image for the film, and this time they're updating, which I've noticed that this has become a trend with Shonen Jump films, and it might be even other films in general from anime that come out of Japan and whatnot, is that week 2, they usually switch up with all the promo and the art and everything like that, because now the promotional image is of Rengoku, the Flame Hashira, and he's fighting this, I want to be as spoiler-free as possible. Basically, he's fighting this demon, and it just looks gorgeous for starters and whatnot, but it seems as though with the marketing, they're more free with their liberties of showcasing like spoilers and big fight scenes, because then we got this gorgeous, oh my god, I could understand why people are so freaking going buck wild crazy for the film. We got a trailer and you see Rengoku and he looks really injured and messed up, and at one point you see like I want to say it's a flashback with him and his father or some sorts, and just it looks gorgeous. It reminds me of when Dragon Ball Super Broly came out in Japan, and then it was like week 2 they started just showcasing all sorts of spoilers for Gogeta and everything. Seems as though they're going that route with Demon Slayer as well. Like, okay, now week 2 they're showing more of like the big battle, because you can assume based on that trailer that that's going to be like one of the big key battles of this whole film or whatnot, with the Flame Hashira of Rengoku fighting whoever this demon may be. You gotta imagine it's probably like one of Muzan's people, right? Like, so it looks freaking crazy. The art looks awesome on the promo image. The trailer, like, yeah, they're making sure, like, in case you don't know, this film is badass, and we're gonna show you why it's badass and why it's selling so well. Look at this trailer, look at this image. And then the big news about it is, well, okay, week 1 opening weekend, it did 40 something million. What did it do? It's been 10 days now. Let's read. Demon Slayer Mugen Train crosses 10 billion yen at Japanese box office, beating Spirited Away's record. In case you don't know, that is humongous. Spirited Away, if I'm not mistaken, that's a Ghibli film. Maybe I'm off on that, but that is humongous. And 10 billion yen is basically, if you was to do it like one of one, it would be $100 million. Probably a little bit less. Again, we'll get into it. It says on the subline, has second highest grossing weekend ever in Japan. Ever. It seems once the train leaves the station, it won't stop. Ha ha ha. As Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba, the movie Mugen Train, once again slayed record. Oh my god, these puns. Slayed records with the second biggest weekend in Japanese box office history, behind the anime film's own opening weekend last week, bringing the film past the 10 billion yen mark, which is $95 million in just 10 days, making it the fastest film to do so in history. The official Twitter account for Demon Slayer announced that Demon Slayer Mugen Train made 1.594 billion yen, which is 15 million on Saturday, with 1.1 million people watching the film, and on Sunday grossed 1.5 billion yen, 14.6 million on the admission of 1.16 million people, making the total for the weekend coming to 3.1 billion yen, which is almost $30 million, with 2.28 million people going to the cinema to watch Mugen Train. The film now holds the record for the best weekend, the second best weekend, and the best second weekend at the Japanese box office. This brings the grand total gross of Demon Slayer Mugen Train to $102.46 million. It broke 100 million, not just 95, on the 10th day of release, with 7.98 million people seeing the anime film, or roughly the population of Sierra Leone. Okay, I don't get what Sierra Leone has to do with this, but alright. This makes Demon Slayer Mugen Train the fastest film in Japanese box office history to reach this level, one that most films dream ever to get, dethroning Spirited Away's 19-year place at number 1 in just half the time, who reached 10 billion yen, 95 million in 25 days. For comparison, Your Name reached 10 billion in 28 days, and Weathering with You reached it in 34 days. So basically, in a nutshell, Demon Slayer is kicking major ass. Over $100 million in 10 days. For an American, Hollywood box office film, that right there is a smash success. Over $100 million. Like, that's usually when I hear a film did over 100 mil, I'm like, oh, okay, they knocked it out the park. Depending on the budgets, because sometimes, they could put $100 million budget, they could put a $200 million budget, but when a film does 100 million, I'm usually like, it did its thing, it's out of here. But for this to break all these records, best first weekend, best first week, best second weekend, best second week, like, what is so good? Like, you would think that fucking Demon Slayer is giving a good old quick handy when you get to go see that film. Like, This is nuts. I cannot wait to see this film. And imagine that it's doing 100 mil plus. It'll probably end up doing maybe 150 to 200 mil in Japan alone. Worldwide, this could see potentially $500 million in revenue. Like, this is freaking crazy. This might actually pass Your Name. Like, Your Name is holding the record at 300 something million. Like, this is already 100 million in 10 days. And it's only really in Japan. And we're in a pandemic at that. Like, bonkers. Curious what you guys think about all these stories that we covered today. Are you bummed out about One Piece having that break? Are you in agreement with Oda that a sandwich and chips is amazing? My Hero Academia, you hyped to pick up Heroes Rising. Again, #1, baby. Demon Slayer, your thoughts on the enormous success that it is having, over $100 million in 10 days. You think it's going to beat the record? Jojo's Bizarre Adventure, you think we're going to be getting Stone Ocean in 2021 based on Araki's comments? And your thoughts on any of the news topics we covered in today's episode. Like, holy shit though, I still can't get over that Demon Slayer success. Like, wow, that's next level. Like, if they don't make a sequel, I am going to be like, I don't even know what's going to happen to me, because like, there's no way anybody with a brain that is into marketing wouldn't understand, like, this is printing money for you. Literally, this is just like money, money, money. Like, Koharu Gotoge needs to come in. As soon as she walks in the doors of Shueisha Shonen Jump, they're gonna just do the sliding grovel, like, please, more sequel, we beg. That's all I have for this one though. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Hit that bell to get all notifications. And if you want to follow any of my other social media, links in the description below. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule: anime and manga for life, boy. Have an awesome day. Peace in, and you guys just watched another episode of Fornever News. Have an awesome day, people. It's nights like this, and times like this, that I can give another hit.